The subject, me being the subject. Lighting is everything. People write me and say, oh, you look so pretty in that picture. And I'm going, lighting is everything, okay? And it really is. I do these Zoom things with people and they're like, faces completely dark. They're holding their phone this way. So I did black on either today. So got to adjust everything. That looks weird. There we go. That's better. Hi, Charlie from Scotland. Scotland, Spain. What do we got? Tennessee, Colorado, Tennessee. Let's see. Oh, what do you know? I just got a notification that I'm live. Let's see. Who else is here? Looks like all the major fans are tuning in. We've got 15 people so far. And Charlie is here from, and then Coco is here from, you're going to have to tell me about 5 times before it sinks in. Coco, please. I'm so glad you tuned in. Last time I think you said you overslept. Or, well, that was the morning one. Hi, Cheryl. Let's Susie A. Georgia. Thank you for, thank you, Joshua. Ansley Maddox. Hey, who are you and where are you writing from? And do you have a garden? I don't recognize your name. Doesn't mean you haven't been here before, but, and I'm not sure Susie A. in Georgia. Do I know you? Have you been tuning in, Susie? Let's see. Yeah, no, I said Spain. I said Spain, Luna. Riverbank in the San Joaquin Valley. I don't know Riverbank, but it just sounds so pretty. But yeah, you know, you're gonna have to remind me. Richard Mastersons from Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you for tuning in again, Richard. Thank you for telling me where you are. And in Ansley Maddox has a raised bed in Georgia. One raised bed or a raised bed garden, Ansley? Let's see. Thank you, Happy. Hey, Lisa. Everybody I know has been pulling for you, Lisa, to feel better and better and better. Lisa's one of our Uber fans who got the virus and is recovering. I left a message down there when I first sat down, and it's too late to punch it now. Near Modesto. Well, you know, I haven't been there either. There's so many. Nana's Happy Garden from Linda from San Diego. I noticed that. Okay, so what was it before, Linda? So I'll try to remember. I don't remember. Oh, Rain. Yes, it's lovely to hear Rain. I think Joshua was asking about Jack. I did hear from Jack today. I'm trying to think what he said. I hear from a lot of people, and hang on a second. I'm wondering if a few people are on. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody, did you see my message that that's fantastic, Ansley. Is it Ansley? Anne with like Anne? Ansley, that's so pretty. I'm gonna let David know we're on live. Tune in. I was just talking to David and Hillside Garden, and he showed me. Maybe I can get by without this thing being plugged in. He showed me the progress on the Hillside Garden, and it's amazing. That rebooting of that soil after 4 years, that his garden is amazing. Let's see. Oh, I'm hearing from Glenda. You know, Glenda, she said, Glenda, remember we did the video, we made a tart. It's the only time I've ever made a tart. on any video, so you'll have to remember Glenda, who was visiting with her husband, the late bloomer garden. She said a friend of her childhood is renting a studio in North Hollywood. That's a bit of a schlep from me. He sent me images and said that whoever moves in could go wild gardening there. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, oh, but I'm all set here. Oh, wow. I'm going to say on live. Can you tune in? Can you tune? I know you guys are talking while I'm doing this. And say hello. Let's see. And on live. Vanita is trying to get in touch with me. Tune in. By the way, Vanita has a lot of my stuff. And let's see. Oh, there's just nothing better. Let's see. Nana, but it's Linda, right? Linda from San Diego. But it's Nana. Okay, I'm going to try to remember that. Ansley, if you're asking me, I'm doing fine. I mean, I'm alone here, but it is a community of people, so I do see people. I do hear people. There's 2 little kids under me, so I hear people. I'm not, isolated or anything, but good evening, Jamela in Trinidad and Tobago. And that beet salad sounded fantastic, Linda. Oh, I know. I'm trying to think, Lisa. I know where you are, like the back of my hand. Oh, it's really hard. And anyway, Ansley, you'll learn a lot if you keep tuning into my channel. I have so many playlists, and just go to my homepage and search my playlists. You'll find out how to grow squash, how to pollinate flowers, how to grow tomatoes, and raised beds and compost. And I think I pretty much covered a lot of territory, and perennial fruit trees, as my garden shifted more from annuals to more perennials. My garden changed a lot. Let's see. But anyway, I had, thank you everyone for doing that. Ansley. What a pretty name. Ansley. It seems like you're Ansley, right? That's the way you wrote it. Let's see. Jack Rudden is, I was looking to see what Jack had to say. He's not on yet. Let's see. He said he's having a problem with carpenter bees. And I'm letting him know I'm on live. And he asked me, Daryl, maybe you know. Daryl's here, right? Yeah, Daryl. Do you know what to do about the carpenter bees at Jack's house won't leave them alone. They just come right up and they're not off kind of doing their little business, drilling holes in your house. They're in their face, causing trouble. And I think everybody needs a haircut. I do. Oh man. Hey Kevin, we missed you last time. Kevin from Big Wave, Florida is on. Say hello to Kevin. We've got a bunch of regulars here, Kevin, and we've also got Ansley. Let me know if I said that right. Ansley Maddox is on. I have a feeling you're a young gardener. Anyway, she is new at gardening, and she's going to learn a lot on this channel, I hope. Kevin, do you know anything about how to deal with carpenter bees? because Jack is having a problem with carpenter bees. The only time I ever experienced those was in Tennessee, and they were like drilling holes into this old house. But they didn't, when I would sit out on the porch, they didn't bother me. Who else do we have that's new? Susie A. in Georgia. Susie, speak up and tell us what you're growing and what's the situation there with the virus. Fill us in. Fill us in. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think I'm caught up. Tucker Stratford. Hey, where are you writing from, Tucker? Are you new here at this live stream? Don't remember your name, but that doesn't mean you haven't been on before. Ansley has a question. Oh, well, it depends on what kind of caterpillars they are. Ansley, the best way is just to pick them off with your fingers and squish them. I mean, that's the best way. You don't have to spray. You don't have to do anything. You just observe. And one of the main things I said when I started was be observant and be vigilant. You go out every morning early and you look around. Early is when you're going to see your slugs and snails. They're going to be retreating as soon as it gets bright out. They're going to go be hiding under something where they spend the day, and then your caterpillars will be out. And I'm telling you, if you can, the time to catch the tobacco or tomato hornworm, and they look a little bit different, but it's the same monster. It's a monster fat caterpillar the size of your finger, at least that big. And the stripes are a little different from tobacco to tomato, and it depends on if you're in the north or the south. I didn't realize that. I always just called it tomato hornworm. But what we have in the south of the U.S. is the tobacco hornworm. Anyway, same idea. If you can get those early, they have a little horn. Well, it looks like a tail. Is it a tail or a horn? Yeah. I'm so tired. Anyway, I almost forgot the live stream. I'm sitting here doing some personal bookkeeping stuff, and Joshua texted me. He said, "I'm so happy we have a live stream in 17 minutes." And I'm going, oh, okay. I didn't comb my hair. Maybe you can tell. But Kevin, isn't there? I told Jack, isn't there a carpenter bee hotel or trap? I'm pretty sure. I know I saw something like that. Hi, Debbie is here from California, big state, Debbie. I think you're around Sacramento or something, or am I mixing you up? I think you're right, Coco. Yeah, Linda. Well, it is kind of a terrifying creature. But did anybody see if you haven't, you have to see my tobacco hornworm video. In fact, when I started shooting it, I called it in the video tomato hornworm, and then I corrected it on screen. But I named it. I brought it in the house and I named it. And it was so cute. I mean, it's not cute when they're eating your plants, but you see, I don't have a problem with caterpillars or worms. I have a problem with other stuff. Here's my tobacco hornworm video. If anybody wants to grab that link, it's right there, Ansley. And tell me if I'm saying that right. I hadn't heard that, Cheryl. Let's see. So yeah, it's a glass jar trap or something. But what do you do with it afterwards? It doesn't kill them, right? It just traps them, and then you just drive that somewhere and let them go. Is that the idea? Oh, here it is. Oh, so lucky I had this ready already. I would have been in trouble. Okay, Lynn just offered some important information, and Jack, of course, is not even on to hear it. But I'll tell him. People are giving their advice on carpenter bees for you. Okay, so Susie A says Susie A in Georgia is growing herbs, veggies, flowers. She's creating a real garden, carpenter bees. Get butterfly nets and grandkids. Yeah, that's what I'm going to get, a grandkid. I want one. I want a couple of those. Well, I don't know if you saw that one video I did 2 or 3 years ago, Susie, but I had once the fig beetles found me, and this is before I got a fig tree. But once they found me, it was all over, and I would run around with my son's tennis racket and try to, But when you've got it in your hand, they don't fly by. But you set that down, you start gardening, and they go whop. They're like such bad flyers. They'll just run right into your head. It's crazy. Lynn says you have to get rid of the nest to get rid of them. So it's sort of like the other bees, they're gonna protect that hive where they've got their. I wonder if the carpenter bees are like honeybees, if they function in the same kind of way. Lynn, do you know? Where you've got the queen and they're protecting their queen, but it happens to be their nest happens to be inside your house or under your stairs or something. Ping pong battles. You need a longer thing, I think, Daryl. I don't think ping pong is just like right there. It's got to be so close to your hand. But I mean, if you made contact, yes. Let's see. We're talking about pests, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Somebody I just said hello to. I haven't heard anything else. Who was that? Tucker, California, Long Beach. You're in Long Beach. Tucker, are you a gardener? Are you a gardener in Long Beach? Because, I'm connected to a big community in Long Beach, and I could hook you up. In fact, the guys who started the Crop Swap app are in Long Beach, and they have, I've done about 4 or 5 videos down in Long Beach. Lisa said salons have opened up there, hair salons, about a 2-month wait for appointments. So I'm just staying shaggy. I think that's what I'm going to do, because now it's just going to get hot. And if it's long enough, I can just put 2 clips in it and get it off the back of my neck. It's a lot cooler. What else? Susie. Grandkids. Yes. Ansley, if they're big and you're creeped out, you don't want to touch it. I mean, who does really? You can just take your scissors and cut off the stem, and then, well, I can tell you what I would do, but you might not want to get your shoes messy, if you know what I mean. Yeah. The best thing to do is get them when they're smaller. It's not as painful, because when you kill something that's that big, it's kind of painful, even though you know that they're just completely destructive to your plants. But other smaller caterpillars do eat tomato leaves too. The sign that you have the other kind of caterpillar is if you look at your plant, you really look at your plant, you see a leaf that's bent over like that and stuck together. You can guarantee that there either is or was a larva that hatched out of there or is still in there. And all I do is just go like that. And but the big tomato hornworms, I have heard people say that they take tongs and pull them off of the tomato vine. I think it's just easier to cut just unless they're on the main stem, you don't want to do that. If they're just on a leaf branch, just cut that off, And then also some people that have several plants, they sacrifice one plant to the hornworms. Of course, what happens though is those hornworms go in the soil near the plant. They can't fly anywhere. So when they're done eating, those caterpillars, unlike butterfly caterpillars, which cocoon or chrysalis dropping from something, hanging from something, those turn into a pupa, and they go under. They bury down into loose soil and turn into a pupa, and they stay there over winter. So then they come out in the spring. So if you've ever seen those brown shiny things that are about that long, they're a lot smaller than the full-size caterpillar itself, about that long. And you can pull those, you can just pick those up, and you think, oh, well, what's this? It's just a little lightweight, it feels like a little piece of plastic or something. You pick it up, and then it will move in your hand. I've showed that in my videos before. And Haffy is saying he has a UV light so he can find them at night. They're there during the daytime too, though. Oh, there's a bad thing about having a phone that has notifications of news is, sometimes it's just, you don't even want to see how bad it is. Okay, I'm way behind. Tucker is growing just tomatoes and stuff. I love that. In Long Beach. Tucker, are you interested in connecting with other people, or do you have a garden community down there? Because I can mention a few names. Dee is the frustrated gardener, has tuned in from Texas. I often want to say San Diego because for some reason I get you and never mind. I know where you are. We didn't get to meet when I came to Austin, and I thought, of course, I'd be right back there, but little did I know I'm stuck here. Let's see. Haffy says, let's see. Susie has strawberries coming in now. My grandmother was in Alabama, and I remember her strawberry patch. Oh my gosh. When you go out, it was just like these big, shiny, beautiful. Of course, it was just, full sun right where she had that strawberry bed. And strawberries just love that full sun, which I never seem to have enough of. Bearded dragons. Bearded dragon. I'm blanking. I know what that is, and I'm blanking. Bearded dragons munch down your strawberries. Oh my gosh, that's a reptile. For sale? Oh yes. People keep those as pets. And what, do they get loose and then eat your garden? Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, some people use BT. I never have. I know it's supposedly safe for organic gardens. Does anybody have an opinion on that? Kevin, what about you in Florida? Daryl, of course, I'm sure you don't use BT. Well, Coco, if it wasn't finished eating, it'll find its way right back to your plant. It's not gonna turn into a pupa unless it's close. Sometimes, that there are smaller and larger chrysalises, like the monarch. If they don't have enough food and it's time for them to change over, usually it's the amount of food and the size that they get to, which indicates when they're ready to turn into a chrysalis. But anyway, I wish you luck. Ansley, I have a cat, and you will see my cat. You will see my cat on certain videos. She makes appearances once in a while. Mina, come say hi. Since you asked, I'll I'll show you Lyndon. Come here. Come on, baby. Okay, come on. She's going, what's happening? What's happening? Isn't she pretty? Now, this is a mutt. Her mother was a mutt. Isn't she gorgeous? Her tummy is kind of light color, and she doesn't realize she's on camera right now. And she has blue eyes. Can you imagine a cat having blue eyes? Very hard to see since her face is almost black, but they are blue. And you see? Say hi, pretty girl. She goes, you woke me up for this? Yes, this is your close-up, baby. This is your close-up. Now, I just want to point this out in case you guys have issues with your animals and fleas. I had a huge flea problem last year, and I'm not sure why, because she's 15. And suddenly we have a flea infestation in the house. Everything went haywire last year. You have no idea. Anyway, this is amber. This is an amber, like a necklace because it's around her neck. Obviously, it's not a bracelet. It's a necklace. And these are amber stones. And amber emits an electrostatic charge. And fleas don't like to be near that. And they jump off. So if you're sick and tired of giving your animals medicine, which is the good stuff, is very expensive. And some of it is you have to see the doctor to get. Anyway, she has all dark points with a dark tail. There she goes. Okay. Very nice. Covered in cat hair. Okay. Where were we? Oh, I see Susie. Susie was talking about the bearded dragons. I thought they were eating your strawberries. You're saying they eat the tomato hornworms. That's perfect. See, it's always good to kind of cross purpose everything. Yeah, Denise, you have no idea what we were saying about you before you got here. Let's see. Okay, so Tucker, go to Green Zebra Gardening. Green Zebra. Wait, Tucker, are you on Instagram? I hope. I'm pretty sure I got, Green Zebra Gardening. Every time you tune in, it jumps. Why does it jump? Well, it's Green Zebra Gardening on Instagram. He doesn't have a channel. Well, actually, I think he's making videos now. But he knows everybody. He knows everybody down there. So I don't even really have to give you any other name, but his name is Luis, Luis, and at Green Zebra Gardening. And let me know if you manage to get in touch with him. Hey, Pat Lucking. Pat is in Vancouver. I remembered. Oh, and then of course you say it's Vancouver, but I actually remembered before I read that. I really did. Yeah, Dee. I have so many places to go when I can start traveling again. And what I would like to do is just I don't know where Prattville is, Coco. I would like to get my place a little bit more organized. So if anybody had to come, if the building manager had to come in here for any reason, she wouldn't go, ooh. It's frightening. Let's see. I was just saying something and I interrupted myself. Yeah, I need to see my son, although now he's going into his busy season, and where he's traveling all the time. And so, I don't know when I'm going to be able to see him. And I've got to see my mother. I've got some friends I want to see. I've got to see Joshua. Joshua's got he's been sending me pictures. He's got an amazing garden. And he's an outstanding young man. And we're going to be friends for life. And Joshua, are you watching alone, or do you have your mom and your aunt and your grandmother? And if you do, say hi for me. And has everybody seen my video today? Hey, everybody, can you hit that like button? Hit the like button. Joshua, do you mind if I tell them that you went on the intercom and you called your mother and your grandmother down at 6 a.m. to come and watch my video, and they showed up in 5 minutes, and I really appreciate that. I think classical music, the great composers can't be beat. You may not be a classical music fan, but I believe that everyone has a positive visceral response to most of the classical composers. Yes, I understand if you watched a whole symphony, there might be certain movements you thought, I kind of got lost in that. But the ones that stand the test of time, which are the ones that get repeated and replayed by orchestras and musicians, re-record those songs. It's just beautiful music, and the video today is it's in the entertainment business. We call it wall to wall, meaning from the beginning frame of the film to almost the end frame of the film. It's all song after song. There's 9 classical music pieces in that 21-minute video, and I was just astounded at how well it all came together. And that video took me about, I'd say maybe 12 or 13 hours to edit. And last I looked, it wasn't doing well. So I would really appreciate it if you guys all watched it. And I'd really appreciate it if you would also watch some of the other ones that aren't doing so well. Like my last workday video with Eric. Everybody loves Eric, but that one didn't do well. And the Botanic Garden at UCLA, that's a beautiful, serene place. And I thought, people are so stressed out about the virus. This would be like a respite, like a recipe for just relaxing. But it's been tough. Yeah, so I'd really appreciate any help you can give me on getting those videos seen. Let's see. In Florida, it's the only way to control the cabbage worms that love everything in the garden. You must be talking about BT. Yeah, it's really not fair to call them cabbage worms because they eat everything. Lettuce worms. Actually, there's something called the celery worm, which looks very similar to a cabbage worm. Some of the larvae have stripes this way, and then some have stripes this way. And I remember, in the beginning, because I was shooting more stills really than video, I remember photographing this one larva that had stripes, down the back, and very often you can see through the skin. Am I grossing you out? I find this all fascinating. I should have been a botanist, but anyway, a botanist is plants. Sorry, biologist. Anyway, you can see their exterior is practically clear. It's translucent, and you can see when they're eating. You can see this like green line that goes right down the middle of their body, and it's just like what they ate. It's just going to go in and out. Yeah. Okay, I am carrying on, and I'm way back. No, Linda, it is not a moth. A monarch butterfly is a butterfly. And the difference we know this, maybe you've already been told you, but we know this because it makes a chrysalis and not a pupa. I don't know who you're talking about there, Debbie. I hope it was me. Let's see, where'd you go? Okay, Kevin is I knew you'd know this, Kevin. That's why I'm always glad you tune in, because you're so knowledgeable. BT is a living organism. And D, if you're talking about me, thank you very much. Oh, you're talking about my cat. Oh, I'm so behind. Okay, yeah, she is beautiful. She's not a Siamese. She's a mutt. Her mother was a tiger stripe short hair. Mm-hmm. Did you know females can mate with more than one partner and wind up with a litter from different partners? That's true. She had 2 sisters and a brother, and they were all short-haired tiger stripe like the mother. And she was almost white. She looked like Siamese when she was a kitten. She just had the black points, black tail, black feet, and black nose. And her whole body, all of this was just like light cream color. And as she turned into an adult, she got all this darker fur on her back, and it got a lot thicker and everything. Yeah, cat hair everywhere. Okay, let's see. Okay, Tucker, I hope that's helpful. Let's see. Barbara is here. And Barbara, I just want to give a shout out to Barbara. There's so many people I want to shout out to. Don't let me forget, Joshua. Don't let me forget. Barbara offered to buy a T-shirt for Lori. Lumax. Is Lori on today? In Canada, just me. Hang on a second. I see you, Stephen. Lori is a regular. She tunes in from Canada. She wanted a T-shirt. She couldn't afford one right now. Barbara jumped in and said, I want to buy her a T-shirt. So we made that happen. And I want to give a shout out to Barbara for her generosity. So let's see. Just me, Stephen in South Bay, Los Angeles. You know, I used to go down to South Bay because, well, South Bay is around Torrance, isn't it? I think that's called South Bay. Anyway, my son had a Mini Cooper, and I would take it down to get it serviced in Torrance, which I think is South Bay area. You know, Joshua, she's 15. I think those days, no, I don't think we're going to invest in something that expensive. Let's see. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm behind. Let me see if I can catch up real quick. Who'd I miss? Barbara is signing on here. Let's see. Everyone's saying hello. Nellie is here. Nellie, can you remind everybody where you're from? We just need it every time, just every time. Because, okay, now we only have 30 people. Where's everybody? And we have 32 of these. We only have 30 people. Let's see. Anyway, let's see. Oh, that's cool, Lynn. I don't remember if you told me that. Hey, Barbara, thank you. Yeah, in fact, somebody, let's see, who was it? Just wrote me today. She wanted to order one through I got it through Amazon. She wanted to order one of those island carts from my video today. And it's made by Seville Classics. And you can buy anything on Amazon through my Amazon link, which Haffy will post, or Joshua will post real quick, or I can post, may even be up here. I mean, I don't feel great about making Amazon even richer during this whole crisis. You know, the corporations are getting richer and the small businesses are going out of business. I don't feel great about that. But on the other hand, I can't go out. So and I need stuff. So anyway, she went on my Amazon. That's my Amazon link, everybody. It seemed like I was going to have some news. Okay, focus, Kay. I didn't have time to take my notes. What was I saying? The island carts are on back order. They're not available at the moment. Thank you, Connie. Let's see. I know. You know what? I love that cart. When I first put it together, I thought, oh gosh, the legs are so like massive, and the butcher block thing I was thinking could be a half an inch thinner. No, it is perfect. And I mean, it doesn't go with the little red ornamental outdoor table I'm using for a little kitchen thing. But the great thing about it, I knew when I came here that I would be wanting to make videos because I don't have a balcony. I just have the corridor and a few plants in the front, and corridor front. Yeah. And I knew I was going to be making videos in that kitchen, and I can't be moving heavy furniture all over the place, lugging it, folding it up, putting it away. No. And that little, I'm alone. That little ornamental iron thing, I can just not iron. What is that thing made out of? Steel, sprayed steel, I guess. Powder coated steel. I don't know what it's made out of. It's metal. That little folding chair and table can just be literally slipped away and slipped. I didn't even realize that when I did it. When I bought that big unit, I have a little space on this side, a little space on that side, and I cover the whole thing with a curtain. It looks kind of okay. And so I'll be making a lot of videos in there. In fact, I've already made one other video, and I'm going to try to edit that and get that up right away because I need to keep churning out videos until I get something that hits, that does well. Where are we? Yes, thank you, Barbara. I think I have an instinct for that. Maybe it's just because I've made, 200 or 300 of these videos now, but I think I've always had a bit of an instinct about, sometimes, back when I had a composer and I made the late bloomer episodes, I would have to think in advance without even seeing a cut because I had to have it quickly. So I would just have to tell the composer, well, I think this is going to feel like rock and roll. Or I think this is going to feel classical, or can you give me something jazzy? And now, of course, I just have Epidemic Sound Library, and there's thousands and thousands of options, and they're not all appropriate for gardening, but because a lot of it is new popular stuff, a lot of it is instrumental. You can't have a song with someone singing underneath a part of a garden video when you're talking. That won't work. So it's got to almost always be instrumental. I've only used vocals like I think twice maybe in all of these videos. Let's see. Anyway, the island cart, if anybody wants to order that, you could maybe put it on your wish list on Amazon through my link, which I posted. And I would get a few dollars from my channel for that. That'd be awesome. The huge roll of paper. I'm not sure where we got the white paper, but you can get that red. That's like construction. You can get that at any building supply. Just tell them you need a roll of paper to work. Put down on the floor and work. I can't remember the white where I got the white, but it's the same idea. But building supply store for sure. Nellie is Decatur, Illinois. That's right. Let's see. No, the monarch butterfly is our nation's signature butterfly, and it is extremely endangered. We've lost 90% of the monarch butterflies. So the only thing you can, the caterpillars only eat milkweed. And of course, it's always best to plant native milkweed, native to your area, which means it will die off when it gets cold and it'll come back when it gets warm. And so they will, if you live in the middle of the country, they're supposed to, for thousands of years, they've migrated to Mexico. They have a fraction, just a small fraction of the millions of butterflies that used to fly there. The story of the migration to Mexico is one that is so unbelievable. You just do yourself a favor. Who was just saying that? Linda in San Diego. Do yourself a favor and tell your son that story about the monarch butterfly. It's incredible because some of the butterflies have been before and others haven't been. And somehow they all get down there. However, here's the problem. Chemicals and population have really cut down the numbers. And so we have to do everything we can to plant milkweed along their way so that they have something to eat. The caterpillars only eat milkweed. I could talk all day about the monarch butterfly. Let's see. Happy cannot get, let's see. Somebody cannot get the links to work. Let's see. What does that mean? I've got my late bloomer link. Are you saying that doesn't work? I mean, my Amazon up there. Are you saying if you click on that, you can't see it? Stephen, where did you tell me you were from? See, oh, South Bay. Yeah, right. Let's see. I wish it wouldn't jump. Oh, Patricia, did you check the island cart? I probably got it just in time. I ordered something else from Seville Classics and it hasn't come and they don't know when it's gonna. You are persistent, Daryl Luck. Oh, thank you. Tell him he can have one just like it. Just have to order it. This, just FYI, I believe this is a, yeah, this is, I think this is the unisex tee. I think this is the unisex t-shirt, size medium, pretty sure. Let me just check. Yes, it's the unisex. Well, it didn't change the URL when I clicked on the green, but you'll see the green if you go to, wait. I guess in other words, what you're saying, Happy, is I have to post my own links. Do they work if I post them? Good afternoon, Stephen Mildegren. How are you? Let's see. I use Premiere Pro, Barbara. I started out using my phone. There was a little app because I used to have an editor and I said, I'm never going to edit. No, but reality check, Kay, you can't keep spending thousands of dollars on a YouTube channel if you're not making any money. So I stopped after it took me a while to. Okay, no worries. Jack cannot be with us tonight. He is spending time with family, and that's perfectly okay. What was I just saying? Editing program. Yeah, I went to the Vancouver Web Fest with Late Bloomer. I was a nominee, a reality series nominee, and I went there, and there were two gals from Adobe software there, and they had a program called Clip. It was new at the time. Still on, Glenda, still on. Every time I text on, it says in. Anyway, they came to I talked to them afterwards. I kind of cornered them and I said, I have to know how to do this. YouTube had just said, oh, you need to vlog. Vlog, that's like a new made-up word. It used to be blog. Okay. Then it was a vlog, meaning video, as opposed to B, meaning, I don't even know what the B stood for. But anyway, they came to my hotel room and taught me how to use it. And I made my first video that day. And I wound up making, I don't know, 50, 60 of those on my phone. And I just hated the resolution was poor. And the music selections were extremely limited. And if you assigned one piece of music, which had a repeat, if you had a 10-minute video and you assigned it music, it was the same song all the way through, just over and over and over. And sometimes you don't need music. If I'm talking, you don't need to. Anyway, I said, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to have to learn to edit. So I went to iMovie, and I think I made the rest of I started when I was with Sharon Carson in Delaware, and I finished the videos I did in Pittsburgh, I did on iMovie. And then when I got home, I had 1 3-hour lesson on Premiere Pro. And I said, okay, I'm going to try to do this. Okay, that was a very long answer. And I learned how to do something yesterday, which you saw in this video. Did anybody notice what was new in the video today? I learned a new technique that I've been wanting to learn since I started editing on Premiere Pro. Hey, Tracy. Tracy is here from Pennsylvania. Tracy Garnes, hi. Yes, that is amazing. Tracy is talking about a monarch migration 100 years ago, and a person said they completely shaded the sun for an hour. That's what millions and millions. If I saw that, I would feel like I had died and gone to heaven. Okay, good. The link I posted works. Christina is here somewhere. There you go. Christina Elliott is here. I'm so glad. Amazon works fine. Good. Let's see. Pacific Grove. I went there. Coco, did you see my monarch migration video? Did everybody see that? I hope. If not, I'll post the link. Monarch migration. So the monarch, in case you don't know, the monarch migration on the West Coast does not go to Mexico. Here's the monarch migration video, everybody. It doesn't go to Mexico. It goes to, they come as far south as a little bit south of here. It's either San Diego or just a little bit into Mexico, and then they go back up. So by November, they're heading back up to Pacific Grove, Santa Cruz. There's about 5 major places where they stop and they overwinter, and they just hang limp in the trees like this. And when we got to Pacific Grove, it was raining, and I just saw them all. Everything was gray, and I just saw them all just hanging there in the trees like this. And I just thought, why aren't they freezing? Because we went up there for Christmas. So, but they group together and they just hang there, and they don't start flying unless it's 55 degrees and the sun's out, because they gotta dry their wings out before they can fly. Okay. You are helping them, Linda. You absolutely are. If you planted tropical milkweed, you need to make sure, it's very important, you need to make sure and cut it back in November. Even if you still see monarchs and you think, oh, I need to feed them, cut it back. Look at the underside of the leaves and see if you see eggs or cat. There's cat hair everywhere. Or I really should brush her. See if you see eggs or caterpillars. And if you do, try to finish that and then cut it back. Adventure Diva, thank you for tuning in. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate all wonderful positive comments. Let's see. Thank you, Christina. You know, no one's watching. I worked so hard on that video. I almost killed myself. And I need people watching that. Please share it. Let's see. Oh, that's so cool, Barbara. I don't know. I don't know how old your boys are, but that stop motion stuff is so cool. You know, there was the great filmmakers. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but oh my, that was so stop motion. I wonder if I can find that stop motion animation. Yeah, it's no wait. Who is it I'm thinking of? I would have to search for it for a while, I guess. And no, wait, is that it? Oscar nominated stop motion. Yeah, I'll find it there, I'm sure.
Let me show.
Stop talking. Let's see. Now I would have to look at the video. Anyway, wonderful filmmakers. And they have this, they have this very famous stop motion film. Everybody should see this. And that they made everything out of clay, and then they make it move a little bit, and then they take a picture, they make it move a little bit more, they take a picture, and then they do the voiceover. So all these animals talk. So in this particular one, it was animals in a zoo. And there was like a mountain lion, panther, or whatever, just sort of draped over this tree trunk. And they're talking like, so bored. I mean, you can imagine putting a mountain lion in an enclosure. You can imagine what must go through their mind when they're built for speed. They're just like this, you know? They're like a cheetah. Look at it. Can you imagine putting a cheetah? Oh, I'm carrying on today. Goodness. Let's see. Tracy. That is so interesting. And I think I knew that, but I'm not sure. Tracy said monarchs store lipids, which are fats, in their bodies. Don't ask her where, but cool temperatures actually help them survive the winter. That's interesting. Adventure Diva started seeds for the first time. Let's give her an applause, because that is the most fun thing ever, is to start plants from seeds. I've got Steve Mildegren gave me my very next video. Steve, are you and Rosemary still watching? My very next video is going to be an unboxing and planting of this very cool plug planter that's made in Sweden. And he gave it to me as a gift to try. And so, by the way, Steve, you had those 2 packs of those little peppers, you know, there were not one seed in the yellow pack. That was empty. And I think there were 4 seeds in the red pack. So, but there were Thai chili peppers. So I hope I can get, and the other pepper plants are doing well. So they got potted up and they're doing fine. So they'll get potted up again, no doubt. But my next video will be about that, me planting this plant thing in the kitchen. Because like I said, I wanted the kitchen because it's very bright in the bright light in the afternoon. And I wanted it to be a place where I could make videos. Since I don't have a balcony, I don't have a garden right now. I have to keep making videos. So that'll be the next one, and I hope you'll all tune in. Right, Christina, and it was suggested to me by my friend. I don't know if you guys saw, but I think I posted. Did I post it? I meant to. I'm not sure if I posted it on Instagram. But my friends who live here that wanted me in the building and call me Auntie K, they have 2 young daughters. Anyway, I opened the door. She texted me. She said, "We left you some goodies by your door on Mother's Day because they know I'm alone." And I got one son in Idaho and one in Texas. So I opened the door, and there is a live basil plant, 2 pots of a live flower plant. I forget, those little pretty little flowers, like a begonia, but I'm not sure it's a begonia, something like that. 2 of those, one's pink and one's purple, and then a lavender. 4 live plants, a small bottle of champagne, some wonderful cheese, beautiful cards. The girls made handmade things. "We love you, Auntie K," all this, and cards. And what else did they give me? Some food items and facial. I don't know if it's body scrub. It's like a salt scrub for your skin, and lotion, and it was amazing. It's like I displayed, and the island cart came in so handy because I have just a little bit of counter space by the window. So if I'm shooting, for example, and I'll talk about this kind of thing if I ever get around to doing that Zoom camera class. But if the window is here and the counter is here, and the camera's back here, I'm shooting into the light, so it's hard to see what's here. So for me to be able to put the camera right at the window and shoot back at the island cart, see, I can, that's all you'll see that I shot the next video. So I'm really excited about it. As soon as I got that cart done, I thought, oh, it's kind of big and it's kind of bulky, and oh no, it's going to be great. So, and it moves so easily. It's very heavy, but I can just touch it and it'll move if I want. It's got locking feet. Anyway, I shot the next video on the other side of that with the camera right at the window shooting back at me. So I'll be doing that a lot. Let's see. Yes, thank you, Joshua. I appreciate that. 45 people are on. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. We're talking about pests, such as caterpillars. We're talking about monarch butterflies. We're talking about BT. We're talking about a lot of stuff. Glenda Glass. Is this my Glenda, or is this a new Glenda? A different Glenda? Because Glenda, I don't even know if I know your last name, which is ridiculous. I'm looking in is this Glenda from Northern California, who I just told to get on? I hope so. If not, I am thrilled that you joined us, Glenda. Cheryl has a joke. Are we telling jokes here? A lady told her dog, the neighbor said, the neighbor said he was chasing people on bicycles. The dog said, "They're lying. I don't even have a bicycle." No, I don't think I told that right. Steve, that footage was speeded up 10 to 20 times faster than in real life. He said I put that cart together in no time. It took a little bit longer. So then you see, it is Glenda, finally. Glenda, okay, edit. Glenda, last name, Glass. That's crazy. I never even had your last name. You're like one of my best friends. Hi, Brian. Yeah, we're calling it an island cart, Brian. And a couple of people loved it so much they were going to try to order one on Amazon, and it's back ordered, and they don't know when it'll be available. So I'm lucky I got that when I did. What did you pot up, Haffy? Steve, I have Mildegren. I have there were enough Thai pepper seeds. It was the other two little ones, the bequeenho or something like that. But anyway, how many pepper plants do I need? You know, I planted in that. There's 49 cells in this tiny little planter. It's incredible, so compact. And I planted okra, squash. I planted containers, Astia squash, which is a container squash, zucchini, and bush cucumber that's a container for container, and Egyptian spinach, and Jack Davis gave me those three. Oh, and she also gave me no, I said okra. Did I say okra? Oh, yeah, okra, squash, cucumbers, and Egyptian spinach. All that's from Jack. And then the peppers are from Steve. And I have plenty of volunteer tomatoes. Right now, my two tomatoes, they look so healthy, and I have to believe it's because I used the Myco Grow when I planted them. Because I would suspect that they would already have mildew if I hadn't. Thank you so much, Glenda. I wouldn't call it a remodel. I would just call it a sprucing up or something. But there's a lot more. I bought this unit. You know, everything is about helping me organize my stuff because I have too much stuff for this apartment. So I bought a thing to go over the stove, to hang my pots up there so I can take the space out of the cabinet and put more stuff in there. And that I need to order a stud finder, or have Eric get that thing mounted properly. I can't start putting 1,000 holes. You notice when I hang the picture, I moved it 3 times, right? Well, twice I moved it. Wasn't quite right. But those are small holes. Glenda just bartered homemade canned tomato sauce for salmon. Woo, let the bartering begin. That sounds awesome. Oh, that's wonderful, Glenda. Ooh. Well, how do you get them down, Daryl? When they go over a cedar tree? I mean, Haffy's loofah are 3 inches tall. Oh, you guys are making me so hungry. You're talking about pastured chicken, garlic dill chèvre, local honey. Ooh, my stomach's going to be growling. Kel is here. Kel, let's see. Oh my gosh, guys, we've already been on for an hour. I said I was only going to go do these for an hour. Kel, I'm glad you got on right before we stop. I wanted to just mention, I want to give a shout out. Yes, but Daryl, it's not like you're going to climb the tree to get your loofah down. How are you going to get your loofah down? I wish I could tell you that that stop motion animation. It's very old and it's so amazing. Let's see. Oh, here. Wait. No. His is really. Oh, here we are. This is the guy. I don't know the name of the actual. That is incredible that someone else, besides the people in England who make those, are using his videos as examples about how to do it. That just doesn't seem right. Okay. Oh, well, I guess I won't look that up. I was just going to say, I wanted to give a shout out to everyone who has bought a t-shirt. Last Sunday, after Sunday, I sold I think there were nine t-shirts sold just from the live stream. Connie M bought one. She bought one of the new ones. Barbara S bought one of the originals. Barbara S also bought a new one. Irene W bought one of the originals. And recent orders, let's see. Dirt person, recent or come on. I don't know why it won't tell me. It just tells me recent sales. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to get more names here. Nope. Oh yeah, here we go. Barbara S, Connie M, Teresa KM, and Steve L, Yvonne AS, Nicole M. Show more buyers. Let's see. Everybody from, this was from May 10th. Teresa H, Patricia HP, that's May 9th. So that is just awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 t-shirts, just of the new t-shirts. And I hope you guys would like to get one. I haven't gotten mine yet because mine will be coming in the, oh, thank you, Coco. Mine will be coming in the first order. So let's see. Oh, Kel has a grabby extender. Yeah, I don't have one of those to reach the loofah. That's not a bad idea. I don't recommend getting on a ladder. I don't know where Ed is today. He fell off a ladder and broke his hip, and then he got pulled over by the police in England when we were on the last live stream. He was listening to our live stream. He said, "Excuse me, I have to go. We just got pulled over," and they ordered him to go home. Okay, so I think we're kind of caught up. I wanted to bamboo. Oh, Cheryl, good luck with that squash. Let's see. Let's see, everybody, right? Why are we writing bamboo? Everybody, I know Connie. I know Connie M is McGahee. McGahee. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ooh, that's interesting. Have you seen the bamboo forest on the Breno campus in Gainesville, Daryl? I was in Gainesville once in my life when I was very young. I'm sure it's very different now. Yeah, I don't think it would be insulated very well, Cheryl. You might get cold. Oh, well, that makes sense. if you knock bamboo down, I mean, if you knock loofah down with a long bamboo stick, it's going to split the skin and seeds are going to go everywhere. McGahee. I think I said it right. Daryl told us to. Let's see. Was there anything else? It seems like there was 10 other things I wanted to talk about, but it's been an hour and 14 minutes, and I'm kind of running out of steam. Faithful Flowers. Diana sent me the most wonderful comment, or she posted, I should say. I'd like to read it. It's so amazing. If you don't mind, Diana. I love it when people send me these really thoughtful comments. And I hope more people stop. I hope more people will watch today's video. where is it? Okay, she says, Diana says, I have a very small kitchen and I know how hard it is to organize and get places for things we need. You did a great job putting things together. She's got so much to do. She's overwhelmed with all the things to do. She's not a spring chicken anymore. Who is? And they're building a chicken coop 6 by 12. It's pretty spacious. And they've got the cement foundation and the rocks and the sand. Then the structure will happen. And but she and her husband have learned to take a day at a time. It will eventually get done. That's the great attitude to have. She's been watching my videos at night after she can lay down and relax. She says it's always a joy to see your progress. They're thanking God for their 44th wedding anniversary. That was on Sunday, Mother's Day, I guess. So congratulations. Everybody wish Diana at Faithful Flowers congratulations for 44 years together. Seems like yesterday we were just kids ordering carryout with a bottle of wine to celebrate. Seems like yesterday happens to be the name of a film that I made, a short film. It's on my channel. As always, I look forward to your beautiful smile and positive attitude. I try to be positive. It's not easy always. I just think, well, when I was growing up, I guess I was probably in high school, and I passed a neighbor on the square in the street, and he said, "How are you doing?" or whatever. And I said, well, and I kind of launched into something or other. And he goes, when somebody says, how you doing? Just say you're doing great or something like that. And he's right. You just want to share positivity because God knows we need it right now. And she is thankful that I share my life and also thankful for all the hard work I put in my videos. And I really appreciate you appreciating that because I do. I don't just slap them together. I sit here and I think, how does it flow together? If there's something that jars a little bit, I want to fix that, put in a transition. I want it to, it could live there for a long time. You don't know how long YouTube's or this technology is going to be around. And I just have too much taste to really just throw something together and put it up there, which I have to say is why I was so mortified by those early vlogs because, shot on my cell phone, edited on my cell phone. They're still there. People occasionally watch them. She doesn't comment a lot, but she sent blessings and wished my day to be full of joy and happiness. And I really appreciate that. And where am I? Where are we? We're here. Okay. So, did I miss anything? I don't think so. Cheryl, I don't know if it's because I'm not, I'm going to do a cooking video. Not many people watch them. So it's a lot of work for like no money. And, most people wouldn't work 2 whole days for $5. I mean, they just wouldn't do it. I'm driven to spread the love and spread the inspiration. So I've done a lot of that. Fortunately, I have a few videos that have done better than that. Okay, I'll talk to you, Glenda. Thank you. Haffy is gone. Let's see. Lufa Pinata, right. And Christina's gone. In fact, all of my moderators are gone. It's 1 a.m. for Kel. We'll see you next time, Kel. Take care. A little bit at a time. That's right. You do what you can. Patricia, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And, the meat pies sound great, Cheryl. I hope you enjoy those. Okay, thank you so much, Joshua. Thank you, everybody. God bless you and have a great week. And I'll see you Sunday morning at 8. And be thinking about if there's a better time for us to meet than 8, because pretty soon, I think, in a lot of places, people will be going back to church. Tracy can weigh in on that. I know she will be. So thank you so much for tuning in and being part of our community. And I love you all. And watch my channel and share it. Thank you so much.